Hey all you geometry peeps, we're going to do a quick lesson on proving that lines are parallel. Look at this setting we're in here. Beautiful day up at Pratt Lake. Alright, let's go.
Okay, section 9, it's kind of the opposite, not opposite, it's the reverse of section 7. Section 7, they gave you a lot of things to know. If they say two lines are parallel and they're cut by a transversal, well, then you know that corresponding angles are congruent. So like this angle and that angle. Well, in this section, what they do is they do the opposite of that. If you have two lines that are cut by a transversal, and you know that this angle is congruent to that angle, then you can reason backwards and you can say, now you know these two lines are parallel. So it's just doing the same thing as in section 7, just the reverse order. Basically, if any corresponding angle is equal. So if this angle is equal to that angle, then you know that these are parallel. If this angle is equal to this angle, then you know that these are parallel. Okay? That's postulate 213. They do the same thing with 220, 221, 222, 223. So let me just erase this for a moment. Actually, why don't I show you how to do a quick construction, okay? Okay. So why don't I take just a second and show you how to make a line parallel to another line. So if I've got a line and I draw a transversal through there, and let's say at this point right there, I want to draw a line parallel to this line. So I take my compass, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a congruent angle to this one with that as the new vertex. So if you remember how to do that, we just place the compass at the vertex. We draw two marks there. At the same exact place, we go out and we draw two marks kind of like that. And then we measure this distance from there across to there. And we come here and we just transfer that distance to there. If I now draw a line from that new vertex through that point, that should be parallel. So I know that this angle is congruent to this angle because I made it congruent. So therefore, by the postulate we just talked about, if these corresponding angles are equal, then I know that these two lines are parallel. Okay? So then what they do is they just, in 220 through 223, they just give you 4 theorems that are, again, kind of the converse of what we learned in section 7. So remember we learned that alternate exterior angles are congruent if the lines are parallel? Well, now, if the alternate exterior angles are equal, we can prove the lines are parallel. If alternate interior angles are equal, then we can prove those lines are parallel. If consecutive interior angles, so this one right here plus this one, if those are supplementary, then we can prove that the lines are parallel. And lastly, if there was a perpendicular transversal, and I knew that that angle and that angle were both 90 degrees, or in other words, perpendicular to this line, if this line and this line have a perpendicular transversal here, you can prove that these two angles are two lines are parallel. All right? Okay, I think that's all there is to it. It's just section 7, but in reverse order. Okay.